Today's topic is fundamental concept and operation on algebraic expressions. This is Soni. In arithmetics, we deal with quantities which are denoted by figures and that have a single definite value. But in algebra, we deal with quantities which are denoted by symbols, generally letters from English alphabet, that may have more than one value, and also the value of these symbols different from problem to problem. In arithmetics, we deal with the quantities which are denoted by figures and that have a single definite value, but in algebra, we deal with quantities which are denoted by symbols, generally letters from English alphabet, and that may have more than one value. Also, the value of these symbols differ from problem to problem. Fundamental concept of algebra. Constant. First topic is constants. What is constant? A symbol having a fixed numerical value is called constant. A symbol having a fixed numerical value is called a constant. Like 7, minus 2, pi, etc. are all constants. Okay. Now next topic is variable or literals. Variables or literals. A symbol which take on various numerical values is known as a variable or literal. A symbol which takes on various numerical value is known as variable or literal. And we know that the perimeter of a square of a side A is given by the formula P equal to 4A, where 4 is constant and A and P are variable. We may give any value to A and get the corresponding value of P. Okay. Now next is algebraic expressions. What is algebraic expressions? A combination of constant and variable. A combination of constants and variable connected by operation plus, minus, multiplication and division is known as an algebraic expression. A combination of constant and variables connected by operation plus, minus, multiplication and division is known as an algebraic expression. And terms of algebraic expression. Several parts of algebraic expression separated by plus or minus signs are called terms of expression. Okay. As example, 6a plus 7b. Okay. 6a plus 7b is an expression containing two terms, namely 6a and 7b. In 6a plus 7b is an expression containing two terms, namely 6a and 7b. Okay. Various types of algebraic expression: monomial, binomial, trinomial, multinomial. Okay. And now polynomials. And degree of polynomials in one variable, that is linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, constant polynomial, etc. Now we are discussing various types of algebraic expressions. Monomial, an algebraic expression containing one terms only is called monomial. Mono means one. Okay. An algebraic expression containing one terms only is called a monomial. An example, 5x minus 6z and 43 by 2 minus 29 are all monomials. Next is binomial. Bi means two. Okay, any two terms. Binomial, an algebraic expression containing two terms is called a binomial. An algebraic expression containing two terms is called a binomial. 5x plus 3z is a binomial having two terms, namely 5x and 3z. Okay, and 2xy minus 3 by z is a binomial having two terms, namely 2xy and minus 3 by z. Now next one is trinomial. Trinomial, tri means three, means three terms. Okay. An algebraic expression containing three terms is called a trinomial. An algebraic expression containing three terms is called a trinomial, like x plus y minus z. X plus y minus z x plus 2y minus 3z is a trinomial having three terms, namely x, 2y and 3z. X plus 2y minus 3z is a trinomial and having three terms, namely x, 2y and 3z. Multinomial. Multi, many. Okay. An algebraic expression containing more than one terms is called a multinomial. An algebraic expression containing more than one terms is called a multinomial. Consequently, binomials and trinomials are multinomials. Okay? An algebraic expression containing more than one terms is called a multinomials, and consequently binomials and trinomials are multinomials. Okay? Like example 3 by 9 x square minus ab square by c plus 43 abx minus 4 is a multinomial having four terms, namely 3 by 9x square minus ab square by c, 43 abx and minus 4. Okay. Now, some common errors and important facts. The order of variables in the terms of an algebraic expression does not matter. The order of variables in a terms of an algebraic expression does not matter. Like example 4xy is the same as 4yx and ABC same as BAC. Okay. Now next error, be careful to note that operation between the terms while deciding on the numbers of terms in an algebraic expression like 2x plus y not equal to 2xy, because 2x plus y is a binomial containing two terms, namely 2x and y, and while 2xy is a monomial. Be careful to note the operations between the two terms while deciding on the number of terms in an algebraic expression, like example 2x plus y not equal to 2xy, because 2x plus y is a binomial and containing two terms, namely 2x and y, and while 2xy is a algebraic expression and 2xy is a monomial. Okay. And next, be careful to note that the powers of variable while comparing the terms of an algebraic expression. Be careful to note the powers of the variable while comparing the terms of an algebraic expression like 2x square y not equals to 2x y square. 2x square y not equal to 2x y square. Okay. Factors of a term. Factors of a term. When two or more quantities that means numbers and literals. When two or more quantities, numbers and literals are multiplied to form a term, then each one of the quantities is called a factor of term. When two or more quantities, number and literals are multiplied to form a term, then each one of these quantities is called a factor of term. And a constant factor is called a numerical factor. A constant factor is called a numerical factor, while a variable factor is called a literal factor. A constant factor is called a numerical factor, and while a variable factor is called a literal factor. Thus in 7x square y, the numerical factor is 7, and the literal factor is x square y, xy, and x square y. It is it. Now constant terms. In the algebraic expression, a term which has no literal factor is called a constant term. In the algebraic expression, a term which has no literal factor is called a constant term, and thus in the expression x square plus y square plus xy minus 3, the constant term is minus 3. Expression x square plus y square plus xy minus 3, the constant term is minus 3, and clearly the expression 3x to the power 4 minus 2x cubed plus 25 by x has a no constant term. Okay, an algebraic expression, a term which has no literal factor, is called a constant term. Now coefficient. There is a two term coefficient. Any factor of a term is called a coefficient of the product of all remaining factors. In a term, the numerical factor attached to the variables is called a numerical coefficient. Any factor of a term is called a coefficient of a product of the remaining factors. In a term, the numerical factor attached to the variables is called numerical coefficient. In 7xy, numerical coefficient is 7. Okay? And in terms, the non-numerical factor consisting of the variables of a term is called a literal coefficient. In 7y square z, the numerical coefficient is minus 7 and the literal coefficient is y square z. Okay. Coefficient of y square equal to 7z and the coefficient of z equal to 7y square and the coefficient of 7y equal to yz and so on. Now we are discuss like terms. Okay, like terms, right? Terms having the same literal coefficient are called like terms. Terms having the same literal coefficient are called like terms. Otherwise, they are called unlike terms. Okay, terms having the same literal coefficient are called like terms, and otherwise, we are called unlike terms. Example: 7a squared, minus 3a squared, 2 by 3 is are called like terms, and 6a square minus 8b square, like 4ab are unlike terms. Now, what is polynomials? Poly means many. Okay, an algebraic expression in which the variable involved have only one negative integral power is called a polynomial. An algebraic expression in which the variables involved have only non-negative integral. An algebraic expression in which the variable involved have only non-negative integral power is called a polynomial. And degree of polynomial in one variable. The highest power of the variable in the polynomial of one variable is called degree of polynomial. The highest power of the variable in a polynomial of one variable is called a degree of polynomial. Like 7a cube minus a square minus 5a plus 3 is a polynomial of degree 3 because highest power is 3. Okay. Linear polynomial. Linear. A polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. A polynomial of a degree 1 is called a linear polynomial, that is 3 plus 5x, x plus 2y, that is linear polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial, like x square minus 2x plus 1, x square minus 7x plus 1. It is a cubic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 3 is called cubic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial, like 3x cubed minus 6 square minus 4x minus 5 is a cubic polynomial. Constant polynomial. A polynomial having one term consisting of a constant one is called a constant polynomial and the degree of the constant polynomial is 0. A polynomial having one term consisting of a constant only is called a constant polynomial and degree of a constant polynomial is 0. A polynomial having one term consisting of a constant only is called a constant polynomial and degree of constant polynomial is 0. Okay. Degree of polynomial in two more variables. Degree of polynomial in two more variables. If a polynomial involves two or more variables, then the sum of the power of all the variables in the each term is taken up and the highest sum to obtain in the degree of polynomial. If a polynomial involves two or more variables, then the sum of the power of all the variables in the each term is taken up and the highest sum of obtained is the degree of polynomial. 6x cubed minus 2x square y plus xy square minus 3x square y square is a polynomial and in x and y of degree is 4. Okay. Now substitution. In a given expression, the process of replacing each variable. In a given expression, the process of replacing each variable by one of its given value is called a substitution. The process of replacing each variable by one of its given value is called a substitution. To find the value of expression for given value of variable, we substitute these values of the variable as shown on